Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you 7 tips to creating a lifestyle business from someone who's done it, a multiple 7-figure earner. And let me introduce you to our 7-figure earner, Steve Chou of MyWifeQuitHerJob.com. Now, for Steve, if you don't know who Steve is, he started a home business because he wanted his wife to stay home so they could raise their 2 kids together. They didn't want the 80-hour work week. So what he and his wife did is they created 2 lifestyle businesses that generate well over 7 figures per year. They created an e-commerce store where they sell linens, and then they created a blog talking about how they built their e-commerce store. And now both those 2 businesses make them well over 7 figures. And what he wanted to do is he created a list of tips, 7 things that he learned on this journey that helped him create the 7-figure lifestyle business. And I'll tell you, these tips are pretty common sense. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1, find out what you're good at and stick to it. So what Steve found is that you have to be hyper-focused on one thing and be the best at it. Steve focused his wedding linen store on handkerchiefs and became the largest seller of hankies on the internet. With his blog, he positioned himself as an e-commerce entrepreneur because there were few blogs out there that wrote about running a real online shop, an e-commerce shop. So what he discovered is that you want to find the thing that you have the shot at being the best at to avoid blending in with the rest of the crowd. Tip number 2, work with people who you love and who challenge you. So what Steve found is that sometimes working with a spouse might not be right for everyone. He was fortunate that his wife was on the same page as him when it comes to building a business. If you don't have a supportive spouse, then what you need to do is find a person or group of people that push you harder than you'll push yourself, because this will keep you motivated and moving forward. Tip number 3, you need to be able to make decisions and execute. When you have no clue as to what to do, it's really easy to sit on the sidelines until you choose a path. But the problem is you'll never know which path is right until you pick something and go for it. What Steve also says is that if you're feeling indecisive, take the action anyway. By getting off your butt, you begin to accumulate valuable data that you can use to make adjustments in what you do next. Because if you continue to get ready, you'll never be ready, and you're going to waste time which you can never get back. And Steve gives a great example here. When he decided to launch an online course, he did nothing for 6 months because he didn't know where to start. But then he decided he's going to take action anyway, so he launched the course. He didn't have any content created, and he pre-sold the class to 35 students at $299 each. When he made that decision to do that, he was forced to take action and create the course content. Since then, that class has generated millions of dollars in revenue. And think about this, what if he didn't decide to do that? Look at how much money he would have left on the table. So what you need to do, now how do you make this in terms of your home business? Maybe you're an affiliate marketer, or maybe you're in network marketing. The way that you make the decisions and execute would be to set an activity goal for the week to speak to more people. See if they're open to your product or business and give them an out. Tip number 4, establish a routine and stick with it. Set a routine that allows you to gradually and steadily make progress over time. What Steve and his wife did is they devoted every Sunday morning and then certain evenings, they marked it on their calendar that were devoted to their first business, which was the e-commerce store. And their only objective each time was to accomplish one thing per day. So they had a list of activities, and there was one outcome that they focused on to get done that day. And when they did this and they created a priority list and they checked off what they needed to do, they made consistent progress and their shop was soon ready to launch. So they wrote down. That's the other thing you need to do with your routine, is physically write down what you're going to be doing, because things that don't get written down, they just don't get done. So how do you do this with a network marketing business? Well, you would set activity goals for the week and work on those goals. So you would have activity goals such as, how many people will you reach out to this week? How many people are you going to follow up with? How many Facebook Lives are you going to do each or for the week, so that you can connect and build your audience? Tip number 5, exercise, getting physical activity done. When Steve and his wife were working to start their first business, which was the e-commerce store, Steve stopped exercising. And when he noticed that, he had a reduced attention span and focus, and it was really hard for him to get stuff done. But when he made the decision to get at least a minimum of 30 minutes of exercising a day by lifting weights, running, and playing sports, he wound up being far more productive in his business, because when you exercise, you release endorphins, which help you improve your concentration. Tip number 6, don't take yourself too seriously. Now, what Steve says is that you're starting and running an internet business. You're not in it to overthrow a regime, or you're going off to a mission to Mars. You need to have fun and enjoy the process. Marvel at how much you're learning and be thankful that you're doing something that 90% of other people don't even dare to dream. So what they would do is they would celebrate their progress at the end of the week. And when they would have their first big success, or their 100th big success, didn't go to their head. So what they did, they just were grateful for what they had. They were excited, and they just kept moving forward and being and showing gratitude. Nobody likes a smug, self-centered know-it-all, especially your customers. So when they had things happen, you know, things went wrong on a training or something went wrong on the website, they poked fun at themselves, and people saw them that they were just like a regular Jane or Joe. And when you poke fun at yourself, your customers will love you for being real rather than pretending to be something that you're not. Finally, you want to be inspired. You want to hang out with the right people to get inspired. You want to read stories of how other entrepreneurs built their business. Build a success library of audios and books. Belong to a mastermind group. Attend live events and pay attention to the recognition ceremonies, because you can use those stories to help other people in your follow-up and attracting people to you. Finally, the best way to stay motivated is to be among those who inspire you to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. And, of course, you can. You can do this. No matter how difficult it gets, if you are in a supportive community of people who are cheering you on, you can do anything. Because remember, you can be in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Now, did you find this video valuable today? If you did, leave a comment and share. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Lisa Thompson, so that you are up to date on content that I create on almost a daily basis. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel without leaving my Facebook fan page. Just look for the tab on the left-hand side of your screen that says Dr. Lisa's YouTube videos, and then click the subscribe button. That way you can also see when I have new video content coming out. Now, before you go, how would you like to have exclusive access to a top earner framework that can help you create your lifestyle business? I have something for you, a free masterclass, which will teach you the big lie that they tell you to what makes to be successful in home business, and you're going to get that top earner framework that's going to show you how to get more people reaching out for your business, even if you're brand new. So to get access to this training, all you need to do is click on the link you see on your screen. I also have it in the video description and in the pinned comment in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.